thank you for the opportunity that has been given to our group to discuss about ethnography of speech. My name is Dora Vinta Sukartini Nazara as the moderator and the first presenter also. Yosef Yanuari Zega, the second presenter, and the last presenter, Sirulu Suryadita Membanwa. Okay, let's start. Okay, the part A, definition of file ethnography. First, we need to know that ethnography comes from the word ethos, namely nation or tribe, and graphian is writing or description. Before that, ethnography of communication become more and more popular. The term speaking ethnography was previously referred to as a description of the use of spoken language. Okay, this is ethnography of communication. Also, more broadly involves written communication as well as communication with gesture, kinesics, or signatures. For example, the use of the expression, example, how are you? With the same meaning, of course, the appearance is different from the greeting or with respect. Okay, there are many views of experts' opinion. One of them is Hans agrees that language learning must pay attention to itself by describing and analyzing native speaker ability to use language for communication in real situations or communicative competence. Rather than limiting themselves to describe the potential ideal speaker or listener ability to produce a sentence which is grammatically correct or linguistic competence. Okay, this is also Koe Jan Ningrad also said that ethnography of communication is the study of language in communication and social behavior in society, or which is called the speech community, including how language is used in different society and cultures. So it can be concluded communication ethnography is the study of the life and culture community or ethnic group. For example, about customs, habits, law, art, religion, or language. Okay, ethnography here has several objectives. Namely, the first, assess the form and function of language available in a culture to communicate with each other. Number two, see how language forms and function are a part of the lives of many people. And the last, obtaining an analysis of socio-cultural communication patterns from the aspects of the language used and communicate. Okay, that's all explanation from me. The next explanation will be followed by the second presenter. Okay, thank you.
Okay, I will continue to explain our material. This year, I will explain for you two topics. The first topic is the procedure of speech, and the second topic is situation, events, and action speech. The procedure of speech. Speaking procedure is the rules that are carried out by speakers and listeners when communicating. It is in relation to habits or customs. For example, when a young child talking to the parents, sound pay attention to the eyes of the speakers. For example, others, the listeners cannot interrupt the speakers before the speakers has actually finished speaking. Misalnya di Nias, ketika kita itu berbicara dengan orang tua, suara kita itu tidak boleh tinggi dari suara mereka, karena itu dianggap tidak sopan. Misalnya lagi, cara bertutur orang Nias itu lebih banyak menggunakan peribahasa. To describe and analyze of ethnography of speech, according Himes, in his theory, divided into three categories of speech. The first is speech situation, the second is speech events, and the last is speech actions. The first, speech situation. The speech situations related to the current situation when the speech process occurs. Speech informal situations will be different from informal situations. The visible difference perhaps in terms of language, style of language, and choice of words, and also other things that spur of the conversation in the situations. The language style usually distinguished based on the level education of the interlocutor. So, speech situations are conditions associated with speech. For example, ceremonies, party, romance, and others. The second, speech events. Speech events occur in speech situations and consist of one or more speech acts. For example, in a wedding party or a birthday party. A party is a speech situation, while a conversation during the party with anyone is a speech event. That's all explanation for me. We'll continue by the next speakers.
Okay, I will explain the next our material about speech arts. Speech arts are sentence or statement the are state of accommodate the intent of purpose of speech. The study of speech arts is mostly analysis compared to the order to concept the will communication ethograph. And partly the component of speech. Apart from situation, event, and speech arts, there are other concepts that are quite important, namely the speech component. Speech component including the abbreviation of the word speaking, which is described below, is or as. Situation including the setting and atmosphere. Background relate to the physical environment of communication relate to be time and place. Meanwhile, the atmosphere will be related to the psychology atmosphere, for example, formal or casual situation. Part number 2, P. Participant, including not only speaker and speech partner, but also under source and audience. Number 3, E. N. Our goal includes the aims and result to be sought on the objective of the speech event from a culture point of view and the objective of each participant. Number 4, I. As sequence including the form of the message and the content of message. Number 5 is K. K, which refer to how a speech is conveyed. For example, serious, solemn, funny, genial, and so on. And number 6 is I. Instrumental, including channel and speech from. And number 7, N. Norms, including the norms of interaction and norms of interpretation. For example, how the Japanese always adhere to manners as a norm of interaction, even though it's only fascist speech. And number 8 is genre, which refers to the types of discourse, for example, property sermons, comedy, lectures, and so on. Okay, that's all from my explain about our material, and thank you.